Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on Chalice Collectibles. Today we've got another CGC return. It is the second part of the one that I opened a few weeks ago, which the grades weren't great and I should have known a bit better and whatnot. This is the second part of that. These were pre-1975, so they came back better. So there's two books there, so it's just going to be a fairly quick one. Before we dive in, if you can smash the like button, if you can hit the subscribe button. Feedback's been great recently. We're really growing. I'm absolutely loving doing it. So yeah, keep it up please, and I'll keep it up my end as well. I'm always keen on doing new stuff and to continue what I'm doing, so yeah. But without further ado, let's dive straight in. So there's two books today. There is a Captain America 118, which is the second appearance of the Falcon. That is for the personal collection. And then there is a Ghost Rider #1. Not the first appearance, because the first appearance is Marvel Spotlight, but this is Volume 1, #1. The the cover was fairly detached. I think I spoke about it in the video. The cover was in a bit of a bad nick. I'm not expecting super high grades on any of them. I'd expect around mid-grade. I was looking at the submission photos the other day. There's a lot of foxing around the edges of the Captain America, and then obviously the main issue with the Ghost Rider being the partly detached cover. So, you know, in all honesty, I don't really know. I'd probably expect around a 4 or 5 for the Captain America. Ghost Rider, maybe 3 or 4. But as I spoke about in the previous video, last week's video, and the mistakes at CGC that I've made, probably didn't look at these as closely as I should, and as closely as I have done for my most recent submission, which is all modern comics. So yeah, let's dive in. I have already opened the packaging to save me diving around with that, and yeah, we'll get straight into it. So here we go, packed nicely. There is nothing in there. There it is. So this is my Amazing Spider-Man 134, which was supposed to go off with this submission. However, what I missed with this is that the Marvel value stamp is not included, which means that it would have come back incomplete. So massive thanks for RJC Pressing. Does all my pressing and cleaning. Massive thanks for spotting that and saving me an absolute nightmare. So yes, this one's going to stay raw. I forgot that was coming back today. Right, and then with the slabs. So the Ghost Rider is going to be low. I know that much for a fact. Let's have a look at the edges. Yeah, there's a lot of wear on the back. You can see down there. Again, I probably wouldn't get this graded if I was submitting now. It is a lot worse than I remember, and I've just seen I'm showing the grade 1.8. Oh, now that is lower than I wanted it to be. It is lower than like I expected thinking back. However, looking at it now, looking at it what I know, it is very banged up. But at the end of the day, and this is another thing that I said in my video last week, I only grade comics that I would be happy to have in my personal collection if I can't shift it. So I'll have a look at what this much is worth, and we'll see. It might be staying, but yeah, it is banged up, and that's probably fair. But again, goes back into it. Make sure you check your books massively. So that's a shame, but it is my own fault. Hopefully this will be better. So Captain America. Again, you can see all the foxing around the edges and stuff. And I knew this was going to be low grade. It's not a super valuable book. It is a 3.0. It's not a super valuable book, but I like the cover, and it's gonna display nicely eventually with my 117, which is the first appearance of the Falcon, which I will get whenever. But you know, it still presents fairly well. But you know, you've got the water. There's water damage there, foxing around the edges. There's damage on the back. Like, you know, this is a fair grade, and this is again on me. You know, I knew this was going to happen as soon as I got the books back the other week. And also, in hindsight, in recent months, I've looked back at some of the submission photos, and I've sort of like gritted my teeth a bit and gone, that's probably not the best move. But you know, you live and you learn. So yeah, I'm still happy. I still love getting graded comics back. You know, this is the display. It is going to go up eventually next to Cap 117 when I get hold of that. The first Falcon, and I think it will look quite nice with what I'm planning to do with that eventually. And then this one, you know, it is very, very low grade, but it is still an excellent book from 1973. This one's from 1969, so old books. But yeah, that's it for today. Just a fairly quick one. I won't have any CGC returns for a while. I have got two books coming back which I've pre-ordered, which should be a 9.8. Apart from that, I did do a submission in March. I think it was mid-March. That's all modern. I think there's 8 modern books there, like very, very modern, as in like the past like 5 years. Again, a lot of those from the personal collection. That will be coming back at some point. As I've spoken about, I will probably move to CBCS. I am relieved that these 2 books and the 3 before that have come back without any problems, but it's pretty bad at the moment with CGC. It's sort of got to the point where I get stuff back and it's not damaged and it's not mislabeled and there's not an issue with it, and I think, phew. And you know, that's not great. So probably give out CBCS a try. I don't have a subscription to CGC, so it's easy for me to just move around, see what I want. I've got a book going off to CBCS soon anyway for a sign-in. Already got one back, you know, my 9.8 Lethal Protector, which I was super happy with. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do moving on. I do want to do more submissions, but you know, it is just hard at the moment finding the right book, finding the right price, and everything like that. You know, as I said, I'm not as gutted with the low grades, because if I have the one of them's for the personal collection, I knew it was going to be bad. Ghost Rider, looking back, I probably should have anticipated it was going to be this bad. But you know, you live and you learn. So that is it, guys. Please do drop us a like, drop us a subscribe, get involved in the comments. Yeah, so there we go. 2 low grade returns, and I will see you guys next time.